the most important and innovative technology company on the planet gives everything away.
Mm-hmm. This has been a conversation that we've been having, giving and receiving. Yeah, the whole.
Tell me what you mean.
Go ahead, Paul, about the.
Oh, recently, before, it's like a week ago, before this whole thing kind of really started to.
Because I told you guys I had to move through a lot of stuff for me to actually get into alignment just to actually make this happen. So.
Yeah, before it's got traction, I had a conversation with Andrea where I made it very clear to her that her, like, the dynamics of giving and receiving, and they're very much aligned with what you're saying. It was like, if we try and give in order to get ourselves permission to receive something, then our gift collapses and we don't get the things we need. And so the commitment needs to be to give our gift regardless, and then to ask for what we need with clarity, and not really keep the two attached. Otherwise we get trapped in a linear timeline, and we get in scarcity mentality where competition arises and so forth, which is really non-existent if you conceptualize it properly.
He's typing something.
And that's how we remain cause and let go of all associated effect. That's absolutely yes.
Yeah.
and check this one out. Check this one out, Paul. It's absolute. It's not sometimes. It's not when it's convenient. It's not when you want. It's not when somebody. It's 100% absolute. And so what I was saying to Dilo, that's what I call her, Dilo. What I was saying to Dilo just now is, no matter how small my little problem blip was, right, and it probably happened in a small fraction of a second, of a moment, right? I mean, my sensitivity to and awareness to the intelligence is so keen. I mean, super keen, right? I mean, it's dragon keen, okay? I got this little blip, and I have fun with these blips because I don't get them very often.
Right. Either.
I don't get them very often, right? And so I have fun with them. As you can see, I'm having fun with it right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the reason I have fun with it is because it's all I ever do. And so when I say unconditional cause, what you just said, be the cause and then let the effect go, I mean, and I'm going to emphasize unconditional every single time in real life, and especially the stuff you think you need, especially the stuff you think you want to hold on to and nobody else can have it, especially your spouse, especially your children, especially your money, especially the idea of yourself.
Yep.
Anytime we get an idea of who we think we are, we need to let that bad boy go.
Yes, sir.
I almost dropped the M bomb there. Almost dropped the F bomb there. I'm getting better at that. Just so you guys know, I'm getting a lot better at that.
Yeah.
I want to say this. I want to emphasize this. It's yours, Dilo. Okay. It's yours. And so you now have the opportunity to see where your problem spikes come up in this.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So now what I've just gifted you is an opportunity to experience real new normal. Real new normal, not just a thought. And the evidence is you're holding something that I was hoarding before.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
That's the evidence. We don't actually have to have any more thought or any more story or any more than that. I gave you a link that 2 hours ago I was going to keep myself and not give to anybody.
Nice.
That's so awesome. This is so perfect.
Yeah, Paul, tell me a little bit. What do you do, Paul?
It's the same thing as you. Work with the blips all day. That's all
He
I
almost
do.
has a full-time job with me. He just recently moved to LA, so we've been able to enjoy each other's company a lot more often in person. But
From Denver?
I lived in Denver for a little while. I grew up in Central Africa, and then I lived in Michigan, Tennessee, and Denver.
Wow.
I've been on the road for the last 3 months, and so I'm finally settling here for a little while. But I went through a long period in the lab, like setting myself free, and got really good at working on those blips within myself, and so now I extend that gift to others.
yes, yes,
Unconditionally,
yes.
and set others free as well, or help them
That's
set
awesome.
themselves free.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that, one of the labels I give my work, the biggest label I have is called the science of silence. And then under that, I have prison break, heart space, and shadow dragon. And
Nice.
so what you just described very well is all of them, first of all, and then more specifically, prison break, right? It's like you can only show someone how to break out of prison as well as you yourself continually break out of your prison.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah.